Hello guys, today has been a long time coming. BWN Music has taken over a former division of BWN that was meant to be so much more than what it ended up being, but I knew I couldn't let it go. Today is a one-off experience where I will be a radio host for the first and last time. Honouring everything BWN Music has done to date, today is a celebration of that division's history. Welcome to Radio Blue. Well guys, so welcome finally to Radio Blue. What you've just heard there is On the Air, the theme of Radio Blue, which I composed using GarageBand years ago when the division was kind of at its height of development and when I really want to try and make it work. Dan always used to say that this would never be a good idea. Well, the day has finally arrived and we are at least doing it the one time. So Dan, if you're listening, I hope I do you proud with this one. So today, obviously, is, as I've said before, as a celebration of BWN Music's history to date. I thought that was a good context to come through with the show to really highlight and to really ground it in the relevance as to why we should really do it, even though the fact that the network has never done radio before. There need to be a reason as to why to do it. So the celebration of the division, the music division, was a way to go for me. Now, the history of it's pretty simple for those of you that don't know. I've been running it since 2021, pretty much right at the start of the network's history. I'm pretty sure it was the third division to open, and I've done many projects since. All of these projects are going to be covered in at least some form today, and also maybe a hint as to the future of where BWN Music will be going from here. So, I think we basically start right from the beginning then. So, as the network began, in the network's very first video, one track in particular was playing, and we're going to play it now We're now going to play it for all of you at home. Our second track of the day is What Are You Waiting For? From the 2021 annual soundtrack. Enjoy. And hello again. That was What Are You Waiting For from the 2021 annual soundtrack. And if you're unaware of what you're listening to, this is Radio Blue by BWN Music. So, the history of BWN Music is pretty rich, even though it's only been running for about 3 years. It was a grounding point to really introduce this show in a big way and just do it as a one-off, to really talk about everywhere BWN Music has been and everywhere I kind of want it to go, and also use it as a perfect opportunity to bring 2 new faces into the Blue Web Network chronology who have radio experience and who are currently radio hosts on Spark, the University of Sunderland's radio service. And you can listen to all of that on your own time if you wish to. But no, we're going to be joined by them both today. But first of all, I thought I'd shed a little bit of light on why I personally wanted to get into radio. So radio for me is something I've never really listened to in my own time an enormous amount, but I know that it's an enormously popular medium, a very important medium when it comes to media. It's been around for a very, very long time. Honestly, one of the earliest forms, I would say. There's been many different forms have come since. But yeah, when we get the technological side of media, it's a really early form. But a film started early in the 20th century, and this wasn't around the same time really. It's been a medium that's constantly been evolving throughout the decades, and I knew that I at least had to do it once because it's a very relevant format and it's important to an awful lot of people. So when I first in May 2022 blew up the network and tried to make 30 divisions out of the content that we were making, I knew this was an area that needed to be covered. So we arrive in a position where I'm in development and I'm trying to get this off the ground. And again, as all the issues that have happened with the network in the last few years, I put too much pressure on myself and too much workload, and the quality was not there. Now quality has arrived back into the network, and whereas divisions have been dying and being killed off left, right and centre, this one as well was along in that pack. It went along with the rest of them. I knew I had to honour the history of me trying to get this off the ground in some way, even if this is the only time in BWN history I will ever do a radio show. Yep, I think this is going to be the one-off, but I'm here now and I've done it. And so with all the different mediums that the network's doing, I can at least now say that I've done radio after today. There's other stuff like we do as well, if you didn't already know. So obviously, of course, music in general is what's going to be honoured today. But we also do film, TV and theatre now as of 2025. Yes, there's a lot of different things that we're doing, as well as animation over on BWN Kids now, where that's going to be focused. There's a lot of different things Blue Web Network does. So yes, I knew I wanted radio to join the pack at some point, and now is the opportunity to bring it into the fold. So I think before we introduce our first guest, we set you guys off on another track. This is track 3, a personal favourite of mine from the 2021 soundtrack, and very, very early in the network's history. This is first played in videos. This is Let the Games Begin. Hello guys, once again, and welcome back to Radio Blue. Now, I'm joined by a very exciting guest, first time ever appearance on Blue Web Network, Mr. Caden Hiley. How are you doing, Caden?
Not bad, Matthew. I'm pleased to be introduced as exciting. I'm glad to hear it.
So, the audience don't know you at this point, so I thought for this segment we'd talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
Really introduce you in a way that's appealing to everybody, really, without it being too complicated and wrapped up in content. Just really get to know who you are first, and then we'll talk about your profession down the line. Because Caden here is a host on Spark, which I previously mentioned today. And yes, if I haven't already told you guys before, yes, there'll be two Spark radio hosts here today as my guests, Caden being the first of which. So, first of all, tell us a bit about yourself. Background, hobbies, let us know a little bit about Caden.
Go for it. So, I'm Caden. I'm from Yorkshire, although I don't sound like it. My accent's a bit all over the place. I do radio on Spark. I've only been doing it for about a year, but it's kind of been one of them things. It's been a passion since I was a kid. Being a presenter, even from like the age of 12 and upwards, has always been something that like was a bit of a dream. And now I'm actually here doing it, and I've met people like Jordan North. It's like mind-blowing. Like it just feels crazy.
I'll definitely talk about going into that later, but like, how did you meet Jordan?
So it was at a SRA conference, which is a Student Radio Awards, and
Right.
he was one of the judges there. And literally, I went up to him. I just had a little conversation with him, got a photo of him. He's a really nice man, honestly. It was like just one of them surreal moments. You're like, wow, I'm actually like here. I'm doing this now. This is happening. But outside of radio, really, I don't have too many like extreme, exciting hobbies. I'm a fairly, I'm a standard person.
Yeah.
I like my Netflix, my games, my friends, going out, having fun, just keeping people happy, being there for the people I care about, really. That's what I'm here for.
So very dedicated in that kind of one area where that's my job. I'm good at what I do. Let's just do the best I can at it.
Exactly, yeah. Apart from uni, whenever I'm not doing uni work, I'm doing something with Spark, whether it's like an outside broadcast shoot or it's something else where I'm helping out. I've recently got into the role of management at Spark, and I'm assistant head of production there now, of programming, sorry. And it's like, of course, it's a bigger workload, but I just love it. And it's like anything that I can do that will push me further to that dream of being on like a BBC one day or something like that is like, I'm diving headfirst into it, and I'm all here for it.
Absolutely, and we'll love to see it, and we'll love to hear it in this case. So obviously you're a student at University of Sunderland. What kind of brought you here? What was kind of the instinct? What's kind of brought you onto campus? Because we're second years now at the time of recording. And we'll be rapidly approaching third year by the time this comes out. So that's, what's it like being at the uni?
It's actually quite surprising. You might be interested by this. The entire reason I came to University of Sunderland, besides the fact that we're ranked so high in terms of media production courses in the country, was Spark. I remember me and my dad, we went on a bit of a road trip kind of towards the end of my A-levels, and we went round all the different universities I was looking at. I mean, we were all the way down in Brighton. Next day, we're up in Sunderland. Like, we were everywhere. But I remember meeting Ben Moore, who was obviously coming on, and speaking to him about Spark, and I got to see some of the studio, and I was just like, this is incredible. I want to be a part of this. And at the end of the day, really, Spark was the main deciding factor for why I'm here.
Wow, and that's the key reason why that's our major talking point today. So we'll definitely we've kind of been around the circumference of it. We've been dodging like the key details. We're going to be going right into your career at Spark in this second segment of yours after a couple more tracks. Last question though, before we move on. What's it like being a media student? I want to kind of go into the course because we're from different worlds in that way, very similar, but in the structure of Uni of Sunderland and in second year, it's almost seems like two different pools of people with very different interests and dynamics.
Yeah.
Sometimes the odd little lovers tip between the odd person definitely didn't happen very recently. But no, it's there's all fun and games at the uni. But no, it's I really want to understand what really separates film production from media production and what you guys do on the course and maybe letting other people know who are thinking of coming to Uni Sunderland to do media production, as well as what you've said about Spark. What kind of experience are they in for?
Yeah, so I would say in terms of experience at in our media course, some of it is quite similar to your film studies, obviously, but it's a lot more of a broader outlook on things. So it's not just film, where obviously we do things like TV. We're currently preparing for a live show that we're going to do in a couple months' time. As well as that, there's things like podcasts. We made podcasts last year. Documentaries we're going to be making. There's all sorts, really. So it kind of... It's for someone that's interested in multiple aspects of the media, or isn't like 100% sure whether like, I kind of like post-production, but I also like doing camera work and all that. It's really just a great option for someone that's just interested in media. And whenever you've had work related to the media, it's not felt like work, it's felt like a hobby. That was how I found it anyway. So in that regard, heading here, it's like you're going to be engulfed in media. You're surrounded by incredible equipment, incredible people, and like, I don't think there's many better places for it, to be honest. It's in terms of, if you want to get experience and learn from the best, it's the best place to be.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's every university and every kind of course process, there's always hard days. There's always times where people lapse in and out of motivation, and there's the general student life. That's always the way it's going to be. But when it comes to this place in particular and the facilities that are on show, when everything just clicks, it's a hell of a day. It really is. It really just works. The little content that the audience would have seen to this point that I've done in the Putnam, the TV studio, it's another level. It's not. It's I don't see how, I'm struggling to think of a way how I can successfully kind of downgrade that in a way that's feasible after I leave this place. Because once you take that step up, it's very hard to come back down. Like how with those couple of uploads a year where I'm in a place like that, it's crazy. I don't understand how you're supposed to dial that down. It's a fantastic facility. Like we were WebCon 2025 guys. You will have seen at the start of this year. That was only recorded 2 days ago. And yeah, it's a hell of a daunting experience walking in there, knowing you're going in to do something, just trying to do the best job that you can with it. But it's the facilities. Yeah, it's about the best you can ask for as a student. So it honestly really great stuff, and that's across both courses, really, film production and media production combined. So no, thanks for that, Caden. We're going to have some more music now, but when we come back, we'll be talking about your time on Spark and sort of the whole journey. We'll take a deep dive into that, and yeah, what really speaks to you about radio specifically. But yeah, we've got 2 tracks to play, and for some BWN music fans, if they are out there and if they remotely exist, yeah, we've got some pretty special tracks coming now. So first up, we'll have my first lyrical track that released all the way back on my birthday, my 17th birthday in 2021, and the one that pretty much everyone knows more than the rest of my discography. It's King. So that's going to be playing up now. Followed shortly after by a track that we used in all of the monthly montages across Chapter 1 until that trend sort of ended, called Sunset Anthem, which to any of you viewers in Chapter 1 will find a very recognisable tune. So yes, we'll have King followed by Sunset Anthem, but yes, King will come up first. So, time for my first track that I ever released. Without further ado, enjoy, guys. You ready? Alright, let's try this one on for size. Come on. Make way for the meester! I think I'll stick with that one. Let's go! Allow me to reintroduce myself, cause my river ain't nothing to no one else. Not to you nothing cheer but no lie. To all of the haters I say my goodbyes. Goodbye. Times are changing, this world simplified. Apparently wrong, but you can't tell me why. I'm just trying my best for your standards. Guarantee I'm not the one making all of you cry. Lads that are telling their lies, shitting on me to stand with all the guys. Did you notice whenever these knock on the blind, they talk at me to cover up the disguise. The topic is picked to be delicate purpose and how I can kick a ball into a net. And how they go down when they deeply regret all the time that they thought I just wasn't a threat. They gotta step back and just pretend to understand them and see what kind of man that I wanna be. It's wasn't you think you know how. Living life from the back foot and never grow. I guess it's my fault that I stick out. Never mind, cause they ain't getting the knockout. So don't try to stop me from doing my best to keep me alive in the scene that I'm acting out. I tell myself I'm gonna be someone, being honest with that I'm no one. Just cause the guys are retarded by language, I got my first practice advantage. But that doesn't mean they can do what they please to me and the rest of the African teens. I'm royalty now on my own little planet. To me, greatness is just good for the habit. In the city, all over the world, all of the boys, don't forget all the girls. People don't think you can't wear the crown too. Just punch on the shit as the real you. All of these people are battered as cover the spirit, but they don't know you good as share. Humanly due to serve the people that became love me just to know I don't never quit steal. The guys at the top at the set of the sun, but they got that courage at night to walk it. They will let me forget the mistakes in my past, release after the balls to own it. Some of these girls up in here wanna educate me out, I'll never be one of them wearing my ring. When I act with the plea, I forget I'm the king. Don't try to stop me when I'm in my thing. That's right. Just don't forget I'm a king. Let's back this up. Put your seatbelts on. If Farrakhan God says this wants the equality, how about some bars with them would you agree? You think I say silent and how I've been silent? You thought wrong cause I ain't gonna stop till the people see. They laugh when I say it's depression. Say how I feel, I say here's my confession. Nanas and cat and I'm single and single. I'm done with the pickups and houses on Kingdom. All over the kingdom hoping I'll be loved. It's in villages, maps in the mountains above. Testing, connecting with gingers and singers. Playing the longer but never the winner. You're under a rock, it's not hard to see why. I'm not ordinary nice guy. But look at me now doing rap and all that. This boomer's got no time for gentlemen now. I can't seem to understand why after all of this sentence and such and I'm bothering anyway. I've learnt that it's just sent in tears, but men aren't supposed to cry, are they my dears? Still my heart's left so wide open to die. This kid at the sim is the one that's goodbye. Securities are all that I see, making them go fucking each other to make them feel better. Yes! You think I don't pay some attention? Your beauty's in kindness and not an aggression. Both of our genders in different dimensions, but we whole have a right over reinvention. It's funny how look about life has been like it's own nature, but at this time now I'm right. I could try and describe, but realize that it's a long story. I promise I'll read it sometime. In the city all over the world, all of the boys don't forget all the girls. People don't think you can't wear the crown too. Just put down the shield as the real you. All of these people are battlegrounds cover the spirit, but they don't know you gotta share. Humanly duty to serve the people that we can't love you just to know I don't ever quit. Still the guys at the top at the set of the sun, but they got the damn courage at night to walk it. They will let me forget the mistakes in my past till it's after the falls to own it. And some of these girls up in here wanna educate me how they'll never be one of them wearing my ring. Wanna act like the queen and forget I'm the king. Don't try to stop me when I'm in my thing. Make no mistake. Don't forget I'm a king. And you me. Always remember that I'm my own king. Until next time. See you later, guys. Welcome back, guys, to Radio Blue. That was King, followed by Sunset Anthem. Now, moving on, before we get to Caden's next segment, I'm going to introduce 2022. Now, BWN Music had very humble beginnings with an annual soundtrack and King kind of being the main centerpiece of that. But 2022, again, another annual soundtrack came into the mix, followed by, my EP, following on from the original single. First up, now introduced in 2022, I've selected one track from the second annual soundtrack called The Comeback, and we're going to be playing that right this second. So this was a track that was played in a very, very crucial time of the network's history, where the first break was taken in Chapter 1 when things were not looking very good at all, and there was a roughly, what you could pretty much argue was around a 4-month break that was taken in the middle of Chapter 1. This was a track that was composed and used to really sort of form a triumphant return back to form in September of 2022, when the video that correlated with this track came out. So yes, this is a particular track from the 2022 annual soundtrack. This is The Comeback. Hello and welcome back. Now we are well underway on our 2022 journey. So our track from the annual soundtrack has just been covered, but before we get around to Mr. Unchained, my debut EP, we're now going to go into our main segment with my first guest today, Mr. Caden Hiley from Spark. And first of all, we're going to be talking about his entrance into Spark and his Spark journey. So yeah, let's get into that first. How did you first find out about Spark? I know you've said previously about how you were looking around unis and you discovered it. Was that really sort of your first knowledge of it when you found it?
To an extent, yeah. It essentially came down to, I was looking at universities to go to with my dad, and radio presenting was obviously something that I was really trying to get into, alongside obviously media production, and it so happened that obviously when doing research into it, Spark at the time, obviously being a university station, was the best rated student radio station in the entire country. And I thought, well, there's no better place to be, really. So I absolutely tirelessly worked away for about 2 months in my final part of my A-levels, got the grades I needed, went straight up to Sunderland, and within my first week of being at university, I applied, and here I am now a year later. Actually, it was just the other day, at the time of recording this, that I marked my first 1-year anniversary at Spark. So
Fantastic, congratulations. So what I want to really dive deep into is, obviously you apply, you enter the process. What is life like at Spark? So planning shows, doing all that kind of thing. This here, even if this is a one-off for me in a very amateur sense, you're from a completely different world and culture in that way. It's a medium of which that I'm literally dipping one toe into and probably piecing out. What I want to understand is the culture of it, the medium, and what it really means with boots on the ground to make something of it and to be there every week doing a show, and what the culture of that is like. So even if it's in an extended fashion, just let the audience and myself know, what is it really like doing it in a way with things that you can see, that you're allowed to say about what's behind the curtain?
I would say, with regards to Spark, it really boils down to one word, and that is passion. Everyone here at Spark is so passionate about radio, and it's not just that, but we've got a community. The Spark family really does feel like a family, and you walk into the media hub and it's just, you're with all your friends, and it's a great environment to be in. But yeah, as I said, it comes down to passion and wanting it. It can be hard at times because no one's going to motivate you to do it. No one's going to say, you need to do this because it's going to be good for you. Even with it wanting to be my career, there's times where something might happen in your personal life, and it can be hard to find the motivation to do this thing that you absolutely love and you want to do. But you've just really got to motivate yourself and be like, this is what I want, this is the way I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm planning to go through with it. It can be tricky. It can be a big workload sometimes, but it's worth it. Combining Spark with when you've got deadlines coming in, there are times, where it can be stressful, but it's one of them things that it teaches you resilience, and it teaches you to keep yourself going and keep yourself uplifted in times where you're like, oh my God, I've got an essay due, I've got a podcast due, and I've got to plan my show, and I'm doing this. It's one of them where it puts a lot on your plate, but it's how it is in the industry.
Yeah.
And there's really no better way to dive in and experience firsthand what it's going to be like than working at Spark, really.
Yeah. That's fantastic explanation of that culture there. I don't think there's anything else I can really touch on there. That was brilliant. I want to really know what is about radio specifically that speaks to you, because there's so many different mediums that you can touch on in this building, from film to TV to even theatre with performing arts connections. There's so many different things that you can do, and that the network is trying to get off the ground and do. What is it about radio that you find special individually, that what really speaks to you about that?
I think for me, what it is with radio is there's been points in my life where I've had a difficult time, and always, whether it's just going on a walk or wherever I was doing, having the radio on was really important to me. It's not like just going on Spotify or Apple Music and putting on a playlist. It's building a connection with the person you're listening to. You hear this person day in, day out, every week. They kind of feel like a friend. They feel like someone that, oh, that's Greg James, that's my mate. But like in reality, I've never met Greg, but he's my buddy in my head. It's one of them things where it's like being able to connect with people at their core and give them, whether they're feeling lonely or they just like the company, it's one of them things of building a connection with people and being able to tell stories and really be myself. I think as well, touching on another note, Spark, even outside of obviously what it means for a career standard, has completely changed me as a person for the better. I remember growing up in school, there have been times where I was quite a quiet kid, and I think people's last expectation for me was to be a presenter. And I came into uni and I had a few friends, but I was quite shy. And I got into Spark, and it's just made me come out my shell so much. It's like I'm finally who I've wanted to be. It's been incredible. I love it, every minute of it.
That's so profound. I don't know what kind of answer I was expecting, but I really admire that. That's a really profound answer, because that's almost a sense of purpose. That anything could have been said around the lines of, oh, that's, oh, I love this, I think it's really cool for this, that, and the other. What's specific to radio itself? But you've really, in a very unique way, that's actually quite unique to radio. I wouldn't actually say another medium is quite similar to it in the way that you've described about that friend angle, that one-on-one. It's you've really described it in a way that's unique, but also incredibly meaningful. It's that's an outlook I've never looked at before. Just a one-on-one relationship between host and viewer and listener.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Well, I guess I've only got one more question leading on from that. Did you think Jordan North was your friend when you bumped into him?
It's one of them where you're like, that's my buddy, and then you're talking like, hi Jordan. But no, it was incredible. It was really nice. You know, you see these people and these huge stars, and in a way, you almost forget that they're just people. You know, I mean, Jordan is a Sparky himself.
He's a Sunderland lad.
Exactly. He started off on Spark just like me, and it's like, you know, you forget in a way that these are people, and you go up and you meet them, and you're like, wow, and they're just so nice and wonderful. Everyone that I've met from the industry and spoken to, and even in Spark, is just such a wonderfully passionate and kind person. It's truly special.
Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, that's honestly that's great, man. Honestly, I want to hear about Spark, and you delivered. Yep, that's it honestly sounds like a great community of people. So now moving on, at the end of 2022 in the BWN music journey, we arrive at my debut EP. With 2 tracks have been selected for today, and the opening and the closing track of that EP, and yes, we're going to be playing them back to back now. First of all, This City, and then second of all, one I think the audience will be a little bit more familiar with, Bad Lad. Let's take it away.
Until next time. See you later, guys.
Let's be real. Did you think I was done? Open the door. It's a mason in the house. Yeah, time to show them how we do it. Little over a year ago, the mic met the flow. Have a little egotistical average Joe. Yeah, little did he know where all the people would come and go. The network's doing bits now in the sunshine or even the snow. In the city, all over the world. Understand that's where I traveled to make sure that I didn't curl back into a ball. Watching ball, they said menacingly as I recall. If that's wrong, then something on those lines are intangible. Fuck it, you might as well suck it. When you got them haters in their pride, just gotta duck it. Keep your head held high and your gut down low. Keep it cool, there's no reason not to take it slow. Too long have I been wandering around these lonely streets, cause my people ain't my people only because of me. Mucking it up, fuck your ideas up. No longer cause I know it's who I'm meant to be. In the city, the people all come from far and wide, which means they always have their differences, but that's part of life. It's part of life. We don't judge them, just like they never judge me. Because together, whatever the weather, the title of this book is Unity. The title is Unity. I'm alive now, no doubt about it. I'm on top of the world and people can't retract it. The streets are mine as much as yours, so we co-inhabit. When the devil comes to play, we just forget about it. These folks only want the drama and the people inside it. They're never gonna win as long as we don't provide it. Let go of those who judge the majority, who run around together, watch each a minority. Well, fuck it, you might as well suck it. When you got them haters and their pride, just gotta duck it. Keep your head held high and your gut down low. Keep it cool, there's no reason not to take it slow. Make no mistake, the person that my past I am proud of. I've been up and down in my arc like a narrative. Charter up, fucking it up, fuck your ideas up. No longer cause I better if you're part of a team. In the city, the people all come from far and wide, which means they always have their differences, but that's part of life. Yeah,
for the life.
We don't judge them, just like they never judge me.
Never judge me.
Because together, whatever the weather, the title of this book is unity.
The title is unity.
Yeah, I show them how we do it. In the city.
What did you do? Nah, didn't put down the shield as a real you. Didn't have to be like this.
Yeah! Time to learn a lesson, classes in session. Don't fuck with me and my holy profession. Destined for greatness for all time and more. Don't like it, well let me just show you the door. Legacy killing me like a disease. Obstacles bow when they get on their knees. So no one can stop me regardless they tease. I look up and down and they say bitch please. While you're out there snorting a line of cocaine, I play industry's game of following fame. You're gonna be pissed if you still think I'm tame. You'll soon find that I deal like double the pain. I used to be humble, well fuck that today. When flames go through buildings I stand ground and stay. Every man for himself, so I might as well say, don't mess with the one bone on as you may. I lived through too many traumatic wars to know you lose weight if it's lost in the cause. Times have been tough and believe me I know it, but that doesn't mean though that I fucking short. Some people think I'm a damn parasite, hunting your doors from morning till night. They melted my heart to a puddle of gold. Now thanks to them now I can't ever grow old. Can't remember a time when I wasn't protecting the people I kept on my feelings connected. I took myself up in the bulletproof vest, escaping the dreams where I lay to my rest. They come and go from their firing squad nest, teaching and leaving a hole in my chest. So this is my vow and I don't mean in jest. These people ain't seen nothing fucking yet. Still wear my soul on my sleeve but I ain't gonna die. They sound off their triggers and still wonder why. Haven't you heard when I last said goodbye? I'm no ordinary nice guy. Down with the maester, down with the king. The people will say as soon as I say a thing, I'm a bad lad now and they wanna know it. The fact made the stitches and these people saw it. B-A-D-L-A-D B-A-D-L-A-D, bad lad. You wanna start a scrap? Am I gonna get shite? I'm wrong and that's a fact, now let's take it right back. You're chatting shit with a Potterloo war to, sucking up the hardest for the clout, don't you? Picking your last for the breasts and thighs. Why not try looking right into her eyes? But no, boys with the toys and other noise. Do you have a choice? Wait, no! I don't wanna piss in your parade, but whoa, when you fly you're gonna meet Mexico. You're fucking bitch and she's in on the low. You think you're clever, but little you know. There's so much more to life than what it seems. For using to fuck people by any means. Grow up or face the wrath of the society. I'm not forgiving them crippling anxiety. I'm a god of private religion. My people wanna see me on the private television, looking to me for the big blue decisions. Probably cause I'm running 30 divisions. Don't chat to me about media comedies when I'm advogging in London Piccadilly. Just don't compare to me, that's all bit slippery. Stay in your lane, I can handle this game. Can't remember a time when I wasn't protecting the people I kept on my feelings connected. I took myself up in a bulletproof vest, escaping the dreams where I lay to my rest. They come and go from their firing squad nest, teaching and leaving a hole in my chest. So this is my vow and I don't mean in jest. These people ain't seen nothing fucking yet. They wear my soul on my sleeve but I ain't gonna die. They sound off their triggers and still wonder why. Haven't you heard when I last said goodbye? I'm the ordinary nice guy. Down with the maester, down with the king. The people will say as soon as I say a thing, I'm a bad lad now and they wanna know it. And fuck me the stitches and these people saw it. B-A-D-L-A-D.
What?
B-A-D-L-A-D, bad. B-A-D-L-A-D. B-A-D-L-A-D, bad. B-A-D-L-A-D. B-A-D-L-A-D, bad. B-A-D-L-A-D. B-A-D-L-A-D, bad lad.
Hi guys, and welcome back once again to Radio Blue. We've just finished up on the coverage of Maester Unchained, my debut EP that launched in December 2022. And up to now, these last few talking segments, we've been chatting with Caden Hiley, Spark Radio host, telling us about his journey as a media student at University of Sunderland and also what it's like to be a host and now producer at Spark as a university radio station. Our last segment today is we're going to be going a bit network heavy, and we're going to be talking about a couple of different things in regards to BWN music and the workings of it, and what Caden's response to some of the work recently has been that I've shared with him, to kind of really ground it in what the coverage of today's show is going to be. So yeah, first of all, just a genuine question with how things have gone, and I know the quality has suffered in some areas, but I would like to know, have you been aware of the fact that I've done music work before, either instrumental or lyrical? Is this news to you, or?
Obviously, with your latest album coming
Yes.
out, that was kind of when I found out. I didn't know prior to that you had done music before then, but obviously since finding that out, I was having a look and I was like, oh, he's done stuff before. So it's recent revelations, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very much a case of there's a foundation there where improvement needed to be made.
Right.
And I'm at a point where, and I'm very much an identity crisis, but I got there in the end, and the album was kind of the real explosion of that, which now will be fast approaching on its year anniversary by the time this comes out. With that first album, I now know that I've literally walked into the media centre on certain days, and I've been told, "Oh mate, your song was just on." I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Did I miss it?" Obviously, it's been in the in what would you call it, the files or in the database of some kind. They've been put into the database at Spark. Have you had a chance to hear a few from that new debut album, and what do you kind of think of it? Because I don't know how many times they've been on. I think they were definitely on in Kenny's show. That got put out on socials. But yeah, which ones did you hear in particular, or there was the one?
I've heard a fair few, to be fair. Like, I think the whole idea of the variety act, I really like. You know, you're showing off what you're capable of. You're not spearheading into one lane. You're just kind of like, I can do this and I can do this, and also, did you know I can do this? But like, it's really impressive. And honestly, like, I'm sat there and I'm listening like, this is good. I like this, you know. So it's something to be proud of. It's not an avenue that a lot of artists go down. I mean, they'll change up their style from time to time, but just to go like, here's a country, here's a dance, and here's a rock song. It's like, it's impressive and it's really good.
Honestly, it was the utter definition. I'm not sure I'll ever do a project quite like it, where its entire intention was to just have the time of my life and throw literally every colour bucket of paint at the wall and see what sticks. It was a case of just genre hopping in a way that's just so crazy. For me, album one, there was no other way to do it. I don't know where things are going to go from here. And every day is precious. And I think, honestly, that was an opportunity to just throw everything out there and see what works and what doesn't. Responses have been kind of, sort of, it's not even, I can't even say mixed. It's kind of like just shock to a lot of people, because this is their first experience with it. They had absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
For the uni culture particularly, most people didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
And but the responses have been good to two songs in particular. And our camera operator today, for the visual version of this, if you're watching this on the Blue Web Network YouTube channel, the main channel, our camera operator today is Philip, just behind camera. And I think you were onto picking stuff. But yeah, Rainbows and Blessed as the Tide were both songs that were really, really well received by audiences. So I think the choice to do music videos on those was a good one on your part, pal. It's all over the place, and in a good way. I think there's albums like it with people who I've just watched and been inspired by in recent years. I think a lot of what JJ KSI was trying to do in his 2021 album was kind of the energy I kind of want to capture there. Just have some fun, just do it. And I think it kind of paid off for me in a way that I want to capitalise on with the second album now at the time of recording. So we'll be talking about it a little bit later today, but as things are right now in the writing stage, I want to go on a real EDM dance kind of Calvin Harris 2014 era, that kind of thing. I really want to go into that for the second album with a space aesthetic called Out of Orbit. I really want to go into that area going forward. But no, yeah, so it was very, very exciting having the opportunity to have my music played on Spark. And with the division as a whole, I can see it only really improving as time goes on. But thanks for saying that, because I haven't had an inside voice with it playing through about that. I haven't really had that kind of perspective before on it with it, because it was a really exciting time. Hindsight now when you're hearing this. Next up, to move on with our timeline. A key thing about 2023's music was an original soundtrack which I did for Older. So my first film, it was during mock exams at A-levels, and I was in the music studios just putting something together with no music experience, constantly on the keys, just putting it together. And I even had the film out on my phone like the composers would do, and I was like playing along with it and everything. You've had a chance to listen to at least some of the music off that soundtrack, and we're going to be playing it very, very soon, some tracks from it. What are your thoughts on the music that you heard with everything? Because a lot of people kind of were aware of the film when it came out at the time, which was December 2023. But no, I think that soundtrack came together pretty well. So I was wondering what your thoughts were on that once when you heard it.
Yeah, no, I was really, really surprised. Obviously, I've known you now for the variety act, and that almost feels like another element of it. It's just so different to anything else I've heard from you. And I was honestly pleasantly surprised. It's got a real nice kind of, I don't know what you would say, stylistic and thematic approach to it that I really resonate with. It's really, it puts you in like a time zone. I feel like I could walk, it's something like I'd be in New York during like the 1940s, black and white, and it would be playing in this montage or something. Like, it's just, it has this feeling to it, and it was really, really impressive and well made. It's very professional and good.
That was one of the rare times where I really just felt I was in the trenches. That's where height of mock exam, stress is everywhere, and I just retreated upstairs. Very few people knew what I was doing, and I was just lost in it. And that was very, and it's going to feel weird doing that again if I do compose what the second film will be. It will feel very, very weird doing that, and of course there needs to be improvements and needs to step up. But the main thing about BWN music that is worth putting out there, especially with this show being a part of it, is there's always an avenue to get into things that you otherwise thought that you couldn't. Whether it be radio in your case, where it was like a calling, you were the quiet guy, and you've taken on a different persona almost. You've really become the better man for it. And in my case, the last person everyone ever expected was to me to wear a golden crown on the top of a mountain and do a rap track. But here I am, and I did it. And I'm here now, and I'm actually doing music as after the album, basically with the Spark coverage. I guess I'm a recording artist, which I never thought I'd say that would ever happen. So yeah, there's loads of different variety in what it is that quite literally in the album's case of what BWN music will do. And what it'll continue to do, and with more films coming into the fray, more soundtracks will happen. But we only have one up till now, and we'll be playing 2 tracks from it just momentarily. But first of all, I'd like to thank our first guest of the day, Caden Hiley. Thank you very much for coming along. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's weird. Usually I'm on the other end interviewing people, and here I am. It's a bit of an insight into what my guests must feel like when they come in. But no, it's been great. Thank you for having me.
No, absolute pleasure, Caden. You're welcome back anytime, and I think this is the perfect way, if the audience does see you again, to bring you into the network fold where home is where the heart is, and you're clearly in the right medium today. You've been magnificent. So. Now we're going to play some tracks from the soundtrack. First of all, because technically it released first, we're going to be playing Step by Step by BWN Music and Hannah Martin Lawrence. A very heartfelt song, and the only song from Chapter 1 that was not made by me lyrically. So yes, I wrote the song myself along with the music, and I even there's even a story that I recorded a version of it and it was terrible before I actually took some singing lessons and was half alright in the album. Well back then I did do a version of this song and it was pretty terrible. So Hannah came in like a saving grace that she is and did a magnificent job, and that's now going to be playing straight away on Radio Blue. Followed by my personal favourite track from the older soundtrack, Seagulls. So here's 2 tracks from the soundtrack at BWN Studios Older. Enjoy, and we'll see you soon, Caden, hopefully.
Can you hear it? not spending time with you. So step by step I walk my way home. From a seed I learned my lessons and I grew. They chill me now through all these aching bones. Back to a time where all a boy would know was what he never knew. Step by step he walks his way home. There were times where I only heard myself crying, and the others were out of reach. One day I heard the screams of all the people dying, and I lost the voice to even preach. I had my dreams of putting on a cape and flying, but trust in time to teach. I thought connection wasn't worth my time confiding, but love, it is the ripest peach. I can't take these eyes away from off this view. Upon the edge and I feel so alone. But I'm more than all the times that I'm not spending time with you. So step by step I walk my way home. From a seed I learned my lessons and I grew. They chill me now through all these aching bones. Back to a time where all a boy would know was what he never knew. Step by step he walks his way home. Lord, please keep me strong, just so I know where should I go. Lord, where did it all go wrong? Stay with me now, like you did long ago. I can't take these eyes away from off this view. Upon the edge and I feel so alone. But I'm more than all the times that I'm not spending time with you. So step by step I walk my way home.
Hello again and welcome back to Radio Blue. Now we've finally arrived at the end of chapter 1, halfway through our journey, and we have one more track to play on the set list today. What Are We Waiting For was the final track on the 2023 annual soundtrack, and it was the last bit of music that was heard at the very end of chapter 1. Philip and Bug were introduced by that point. It was a real kind of cinematic ending to what the first 2-3 year journey of the network has been, and by that point anyway. And yes, it was a very important track to really kind of go full circle from What Are You Waiting For, which kicked off the chapter in 2021. So to basically round out chapter 1 in our journey halfway through today, this is What Are We Waiting For? And hello again, guys, and welcome back to Radio Blue. Now, we've just come out of track 11. What are we waiting for? Finishing off 2023's journey in music. We're going to be going into 2024 now, but first of all, it's time I introduce my second and final guest of the day. Please welcome Spark host Benjamin Moore. How are you doing, Ben?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. It's a debut for me today. I'm just trying to survive. Just coming up with the right talking points.
That's fair. I mean, radio's fun like that. It's one of those things that people feel like they need to survive, but really, it's just kind of a chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it works.
It's if you've got the social skills to carry it on far enough, I think you're fine. If you lack them, then yes, it becomes a bit of a struggle.
I mean, to me, I think radio is always kind of just a lot of like saying things in kind of a quick-witted, sort of quick manner fashion. It's not really like I mean, it depends really, because what we're doing is sort of a conversationalist radio, but I do quite a lot of solo shows on Spark, so I often have to kind of rely on my own quick wit, as egotistical as that sounds, to kind of carry
No,
me
it
through.
works. It works. I've heard you many a time. It works fully. You've got great shows. Great shows.
Thank you. I'm very honoured that you think so.
No, it's good. Interviews as well. I really enjoy like the when you have conversation segments with other people. I think you bounce off people really well. I think it's more conversation stuff I've heard with you do at Spark than anything else really.
Yeah, to be fair, I do try and make sure I've got at least 1 to 2 interviews per show, because it's really a skill. It's like everything really. If you don't practice it, it starts getting quite rusty and it starts getting quite like difficult to do. So you really just want to keep it as sharp as possible. You want to like remember your basics of interviewing and then just kind of go from there. And it's really just about quickly being able to build up a rapport with people and just being able to talk to them.
Yeah, absolutely. For the listeners at home, it might be pretty obvious that the vibes here are a bit different to Caden, simply because me and Ben have a bit of a history actually, which I think is actually a bit worth talking about. Very recent history in the time recording. We're recording now in November 2024. And yes, we've spent a lot of time together this year actually, especially in the earlier half. So I think first up, we talk about Atlas.
Yes, it was great having you as part of Atlas, actually. It was really nice, and the whole company is lovely, of course. I will never say anything bad about Atlas, because it's another found family, really, at university. But no, yes, we were in a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream together. An interesting production, because we set it in a nightclub, which is kind of stereotypical when you try and bring Shakespeare to the modern era, I think, but...
The stuff's all public. Like I'll probably for the visual people at home, I'll probably be putting a couple of images over it now, like set photos. But yeah, that's almost stage photos. I don't know what you would call them, but no, it was heavily publicised at the time. So it was great. It was really fun.
It was really cool doing it, and it was nice seeing how everybody took to their roles and did everything really. Like, obviously, there was a lot of like general crowd work that needed to be done, and everybody sort of pulled it together really well. And your character was great as well. I very much enjoyed the sort of like ending third, where it was like the play within the play. You had some excellent lines, and they were very wittily delivered as well.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks. No, and you were the lion.
I was the lion. Yes, I was the lion in the play. Holly has cast members in mind, and I think I can understand her reasoning for why she cast me as the lion. And to be fair, it was a really fun and enjoyable role, even when it didn't take like 5 minutes to get through one of my lines.
I think it was one of them instances where I think no one found like that ending sequence. No one found it more funny than us doing it.
Yeah.
We really genuinely we were trying not to bust up laughing at points because someone would just go that extra 10% in performance that they didn't do in rehearsal, and we're just like, whoa, I wasn't prepared for that.
I mean, it's very much the actor's sort of credit. You've got to save some things out of rehearsal if you're going to bring them into performers. I mean, I'm guilty of doing that as well. There are times where I'll like rehearse something and then go, actually, I could kind of do this differently in rehearsal. And theatre's a very collaborative sort of element, and so there's a lot of like talking to your fellow actors and peers and just being like, oh, I did this, and they might go, well, that wasn't great. Do you want to try it like this? And then it's just about. It's very collaborative and it's very adaptive. Like, you've got to be able to take criticism and take people going like, oh, I don't know, and then maybe that. And there was a lot of that with the Midsummer Night's Dream, and I think overall the production came out really well.
No, it did, and I think that was in a very crucial time when in the network in 2024, I'm recording this, where the first half of the year was very stagnant for me and I didn't do anything and I needed a break. That show was really in the height of when I just had nothing on. And it was a case of I just needed something to distract me at the time. And it was at that point, it was the perfect thing to do And honestly, I'm very unsure whether I'll ever do live theatre again because I was talking with Caden in between our interviews of the stress of doing it doing this in a live format, like how I don't think I really could do radio for real. Even just Matthew outside of the network, I'd find it really stressful to do. It's the same with live theatre. I feel there's such an adrenaline rush which I found so palpable and so crippling in a lot of different ways when it came down to performing, where if I was really onto something and I knew the scene coming up like the back of my hand and I actually really enjoyed that particular scene, I think I'd be all right. I just completely escaped. There was other bits like it's that ending sequence. There were so many things that can go wrong in that ending sequence of Midsummer Night's Dream that when I was going into it and I knew my lines, but it was like, what if someone messes up? I've got to improvise and I've got to try and maybe save this if someone forgets a line. And it's the amount of variables with that many people in the scene that can go wrong. It was really stress inducing, but it turned out all right, really.
Again, it's the sort of thing where, like, kind of in a similar fashion to radio, the more you sort of practice as you're doing it, the more those fears get alleviated. And everybody at Atlas was really professional and really, like, you know, I can sing their praises all day because everybody's proper professional. And if things do go wrong, everybody comes together. Like theatre, again, I'm sounding a bit like a broken record because I'm constantly repeating it, but theatre is always a very collaborative art. And if one person falls, then everybody scoops down and picks them up and helps them back to their feet. And
yeah.
Like, I get it, like being nervous for performances. I have been doing theatre for longer than I'd care to admit at this point, but you still feel those nerves beforehand. And I don't always agree with people who say, oh, well, the nerves give you focus, because for me, the nerves often give me the runs. We can edit stuff out, can't we? Or is this all live? It's a bit late for my image anyway now at this point.
It's also the censorship is non-existent here, so go fire away.
Fairs.
You do what you want, mate.
No, I'm joking. I do tend to get quite nervous, but like, again, it's the sort of thing where we can work through it. And like, the more you practice it, the more you learn how to handle nerves, and you more learn what can sort of tick those boxes to help you calm down.
So how last thing on Atlas, how is the company? Because again, at this point, when the time this comes out, they'll have basically gone a full year. I think it's at the 10th anniversary now, and by the time this comes out, and it'll have been like next summer, and they'll have been a full year basically since they left the university, because now it's a separate thing on its own. Mm-hmm. How have things been? Because I know recently at the time of recording, you've had your first show, I think, since Midsummer. With the ghost tours and things like that?
Yeah, so we've been doing ghost tours, which have been a lot of fun. But yeah, the company's fine. Holly's really managed to help it land on its feet. And we've got some exciting projects, which I can't reveal at the moment, in the pipeline. But it's all looking quite fun. And it's all looking quite rosy.
Is, though, that's the thing. This comes out in August. You can. You can.
I can, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. Because even though it's coming out later on, I think it's better if we wait for official confirmation from Holly.
Secrets. It's fine. It's
Unfortunately, you're talking to somebody from the theatre, and the theatre is an industry rife with secrets that you're not allowed to reveal.
Yep, that's industry for you. Lips sealed, but that can only mean good things.
Indeed.
So yes, eyes peeled on Atlas Theatre Company. I think where that would be. That's Theatre Space, isn't it? Isn't it now in Sunderland?
Yes, we're in Theatre Space at the moment. As I say, I can't. I'm joking about having secrets and not being able to reveal them. To be honest, it's Holly. Holly keeps her cards very close to the chest.
Yeah, I did feel that way when I was involved. Yeah,
I completely respect, and to be fair, within theatre, you do often have to play like that, but it does sometimes mean that I don't know what's happening until Holly goes, oh yeah, guys, we're doing this next week, and I'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to be in Spain next week, so I can't come, but then I'm like, okay, I've cancelled all my flights, I've cancelled all my plans, I'm here.
There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of moving parts. That's kind of probably the reason why.
So many moving parts, yeah.
So, this is your first time related with the network, and kind of I'd say the perfect way with you and Caden to kind of bring you in if you should return.
Yeah.
Mostly you're known from Spark.
I am.
I imagine to most people. And I just thought you'd give a little bit of experience. Caden was talking a lot earlier about the culture there. What's your kind of your favourite things about Spark? What do you really enjoy about the experience, and what kind of your future aspirations in radio? Because I know you've been in it for at least a little longer than Caden has. So yes, just let the audience know what you kind of what that culture means to you.
Oh, difficult question in the sense that, like, I love doing it. I love doing radio. I mean, obviously we've just spoken at length about theatre. I see radio as a second type of theatre, really, for me, because it is another chance for me to perform. And yes, it's a completely different medium, and there's been teething troubles, and there will always be teething troubles as I learn to sort of adapt from one element to the other. But yeah, I love it. I mean, I think the best thing about the station is just the people. Like, I think there are no bad eggs in Spark, and there's nobody who I would like, there's nobody who I'd not want to do a show with, and I think everybody's there, and everybody's really supportive, and it's kind of like theatre. It's very similar to theatre in the sense that, like, it's a very communal-driven aspect, because everybody's got, like, so many ideas. I mean, you can sit upstairs in the media hub and you can just bounce ideas off each other, and then sometimes it ends up on air and sometimes they nick it and you have to kind of go, well, I want that back, and that leads to a little bit of argy-bargy sometimes, but most of the time we're all very pleasant. But yeah, it's fantastic and I love it, and it's definitely been one of the things that keeps me here at the university through the tough times of submission deadlines where it's like, yes, we've got 7 essays due in 3 minutes, so it's like, oof. But I'm doing radio tomorrow, you know. As for the future, I think that is a question that I am currently struggling to answer myself a little bit, because I don't fully know where I want to end up. Yeah, obviously I love the radio, I love theatre, so I'd love to do something performing, but also on the other hand, there are other jobs which also interest me and that aren't related to the media field. So I guess it's really kind of like, it's kind of all up to me, really. Yeah, it's kind of really up to me to decide what I want to do and see where I go. And no matter what I choose, I know for a fact that Spark will play an integral and very central role to that.
Yeah. I'm noticing a trend when the way you talk about theatre and radio in a way that Caden didn't even bring up in a way. It's very unique to you, it seems. That do you see it as almost like, when you're talking about a performance, do you see it almost as like a bit of an escape? So do you think you sort of see you like becoming somebody? Because I think in acting that's particularly that's the thing with me. I love just completely switching off and just becoming someone. Just so not even in a healthy way. It's just fun. I just completely just tap into something like another part of myself. Is that kind of along the lines of what you would say you like about those two fields?
Are you sure you're not studying psychology? Because you've just seen straight through me there with that comment.
I was only trying to have a captivating question.
No, it's perfectly fair. Yeah, I do see theatre as a means to escape from the boring life, really. Because let's be honest, my life at the moment consists of waking up stupidly early, going in for a 9 o'clock, staying in uni, doing a lot of work, and then going home, and then the cycle repeats. The only days I really get escape from that is Saturday and Sunday, and even then I'm working on projects for university and projects for outside of university.
Yeah.
So having those like radio shows and those theatre performances that allow me to escape and allow me to sort of be like, oh hey, I can do this character, and this character doesn't go to university, this character's actually the emperor of the world, ha 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 ha. And it's like a nice little bit of, it's a nice change of pace and a bit of an escapism, as you've said, yeah.
So when's your show typically? Right? That's actually not. It could have completely changed, to be fair. But that's,
I mean, as of recording, it's Friday mornings. So
right.
I did one this morning, which was a lot of fun. As you no doubt heard me and Caden laughing about, we were talking about the UK Shed of the Year competition, which is just the joys of doing radio. You never know what you're going to talk about until you're doing it.
Is it easy to get into the field, would you say?
What, radio? No. So difficult to get into radio. There are only like 12 spots available, and like there are thousands of students all clamouring for those 12 spots. Sure is fun though, like it really is fun. Yes. And that's one of the nice things again about Spark as a station. We don't really have that sort of like competitive edge to it. Yes, everybody realises that eventually you're going to go into jobs, but there's been an event recently that's happened that's kind of opened everybody's eyes to the fact that when you say radio to people, a lot of people go, well, Capital or BBC One or BBC 4 or like Global, which is Capital, but that's besides the point. And so people kind of go, oh, I really want a job there, but like I know somebody who's just gone off to be part of a small indie station down south, and it was just kind of like, oh, I've never considered that would be a thing, but like that seems really interesting. So it's a very difficult industry to get into. It's not as easy as TV because you can't sit on top of it because radios are a little bit too small to sit on top of. But it is fun to try and get into, and it is fun to rub shoulders because unlike TV, I feel like radio, you do spend a lot of time just going, you present the Drive Time show on Radio 2. Do you want to be friends? Like, I've sent you a friend request on Facebook. Feel free to respond or ignore me. You know, I'm a student. I'm rather small in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, there you go.
No, thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience there. Speaking of experience, before we play some more music, what is your experience or knowledge of this particular division which this show is under, and kind of with the music that I've done with recently and that sort of thing? Is there any knowledge you have of it? Because we're talking about Caden, it has recently finally broken into Spark with a couple of tracks here and there.
Yes, you've got a few tracks in our playlist because you are local to the area and you went through the bunker. I personally really like them. I think your tunes are good. I can't remember the name of the one that I was listening to, but you had posted it and then it popped up on my Spotify because I think I must have linked an account to my Spotify. I don't really get social media, to be honest. Like, I think I've linked all of my accounts to one thing. So if I open an app in one place, it'll link to like 7 other, and then before I know it, Instagram's pushing it, and it's like...
Yeah.
But no, I think it's really good and it's really cool that you're sort of like producing it, and I'm... Obviously, you can slap radio on stuff, and I'm always going to like give it a sort of, what's that? And I think it's exciting to see where this might evolve to.
Yeah, it's and a lot of things will have happened by the time this comes out. But no, yes, it's time to take a look back in real time for when you're listening to this, and we're going to be playing 3 tracks back to back from the album The Variety Act, when my debut album came out in September 2024. Yes, we're going to be playing 3 tracks, and these are the ones I've selected. First of all, a fan favourite from the album, Rainbows. Then followed by past, present, or future, and then Girl in the Mirror. Yeah, I'm very surprised I can't even pronounce my own song titles, but there we go. So yeah, there's 3 tracks back to back from September 2024's The Variety Act. Enjoy.
I can't keep fighting on my own. Playing game of life by myself is all I've really known. I'm just a number in your phone. This time I pray to God your heart's not just on loan. Back together, mine you've sewn. I don't know you, you don't know me. We're the pair that's not supposed to be. Turning heads down at the beach or in the country park. But you warm my heart when it's after dark. I shouldn't care for you so much, they say. Like a necklace in a case with a price tag I can't pay. I can love you, just not love you in my way. I can turn my back, but I just can't fight it now. I can't keep on waiting for you to let me in your shining light. I'm in your shadow, hoping for the day you catch me in your eyes. I can see clearly now, all the clouds have disappeared. I see you in thunder take flight. I see your rainbows tonight. I see your rainbows tonight. You don't know how I'm feeling, what do you want me to say? If you knew, I know you'd tell me to go away. But when I'm with you, all my skies don't seem so gray. If you're gonna stay, I know there's no other way. So to myself I say we're not meant to be. But even if I try to hide it, you're all I see. You don't know I'm yours to the nth degree. Maybe this time I will get there and you are the key. I shouldn't care for you so much, they say. Like a necklace in a case with a price tag I can't pay. I can love you, just not love you in my way. I can turn my back, but I just can't fight it now. I can't keep on waiting for you to let me in your shining light. I'm in your shadow, hoping for the day you catch me in your eyes. I can see clearly now, all the clouds have disappeared. I see you in thunder take flight. I see your rainbows tonight. I see your rainbows tonight. I see your rainbows tonight.
Let's get it. Get your party on, let's get it. Get on the dance floor, don't be scared. This night we'll never forget it. The people say,
How are you feeling? You look high as a kite. I hope you're ready, cause we all getting down tonight. If you're lucky, you might find yourself in front of a sight. A beautiful girl and you hope she doesn't bite. Get down low. I feel it down below, but it's feel love, but just don't let it hold. Never show. It's time to party, the worries go. With the right one, you just feel that flow. Better move those feet, hold me tight as I feel that beat so sweet. I wanna feel that heat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. I guess I'm a loser in past, present, or future. I know I would suit you. Why don't you run around the world with me? There's a million girls, but they don't free me like you do. And you're the one who's coming home with me. Better move those feet, hold me tight as I feel that beat so sweet. I wanna feel that heat when you're coming home with me. Apex, I don't compete. I see your body and I'm complete. Oh yeah, one way to the sheets when you're coming home with me. Tell me when you're coming home with me. I swear I've never met someone quite like you before. I see them when they drool as you walk through the door. I kinda like where this is going, tell me what's in store. Keeping me on my feet and all I want is some more. You get me? It's always down below, but it's slow. Love's okay, but keep it so. Never show. Party, let your worries go. With the right one, you just feel that flow now, girl. Better move those feet, hold me tight as I feel that beat so sweet. I wanna feel that heat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. Eat, sleep, party, repeat. I guess I'm a loser in past, present, or future. I know I would suit you. Why don't you run around the world with me? There's a million girls, but they don't free me like you do. And you're the one who's coming home with me. Better move those feet, hold me tight as I feel that beat so sweet. I wanna feel that heat when you're coming home with me. Apex, I don't compete. I see your body and I'm complete. Oh yeah, one way to the sheets when you're coming home with me. Tell me when you're coming home with me. Tell me when you're coming home with me. The pavement's gonna feel my feet. Tapping along the street, I know the perfect place to meet. So sweet, we'll share a pizza, slice and dice for all our feelings. You know you're healing. I'm on the ceiling when you touch me now, but I just know the light's not fair. You're a ghost that doesn't care. You're in my mind but don't know where. Would you just take me there so I can learn to fight these feelings? You know I'm bleeding. I can find you and I don't know how. I made you, but what gave you life? I think I'm lonely. You get me through these summer nights, my one and only. I can't fight these feelings, don't hide out of my sight. If you can hear me, be near me. Don't you ever let me walk along this road alone. In my deepest reflections, would you wonder what I see staring into my eyes and calling me home? It's my girl in the mirror talking to me. She's the only one now that I can see. My personal imaginary VIP. Let's live this life together now, why don't we? My girl in the mirror, my only bride. I don't need anyone else as long as you're by my side. Let me know if you're there, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. don't need a night out on the town. You hold me when the blinds are down. The other girls call me a clown, but you take away my frown. Settle now on a farm in my arms. No regards, our home. We'll sit forever on our throne, but maybe you're not all so good to me. Those girls, they don't compete. You beat them from their hair down to their feet, but at least they're there to meet. Maybe it's time I heal then. Look out for me then. Maybe it's time that I try find out how I've made you, but what give you life? I think I'm lonely. You get me through these summer nights, my one and only. I can't fight these feelings, don't hide out of my sight. If you can hear me, be near me. Don't you ever let me walk along this road alone. In my deepest reflections, would you wonder what I see staring into my eyes and calling me home? It's my girl in the mirror talking to me. She's the only one now that I can see. My personal imaginary VIP. Let's live this life together now, why don't we? My girl in the mirror, my only bride. I don't need anyone else as long as you're by my side. Let me know if you're there still waiting. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
And that's it. Welcome back to Radio Blue, and that is our coverage of the Variety Act from 2024. 3 songs, Rainbows in past, present and future, or future I should say, and Girl in the Mirror. So yes, that I'm joined once again by Ben Moore. So we're going to talk about Green Hill Zone with a couple of different things about that. So to give you guys some background information, if you're not already aware of it, Build a Better World in terms of the network's animation work will be going into a new channel, BWN Kids, and has been going since May, which you'll know by that point. And we'll be having a little short animated film based on Sonic the Hedgehog coming out. And the voice acting, regrettably so, I'm going to do my best Sonic impression possible. And across the table from me, we have our Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
Indeed you do, yes.
Yes. Have you done voice acting before?
Oh, yes. I mean, we were speaking earlier about me being an actor. I think it comes with the territory. I mean, it's interesting because I wasn't supposed to, but for my big final project of university, I had to end up voicing one of the characters because unfortunately I had a slight incident with one of my actors not being able to do it, so I had to step into the role. Thankfully, it was a very minor role, and thankfully I managed to just throw Thankfully, I managed to throw so many different compression edits on my voice that it didn't sound like mine, but my lecturer still kind of sent me an email afterwards being like, was that your voice? And I went, yep, sure was. Yep. So yes, I have had a lot of experience with voice acting, and I think doing radio and doing theatre, you become very aware of the limits and the abilities of your voice, and I think it's quite nice always being able to sort of push it and challenge it.
Outside of voice work, to go on a tangent, have you kind of had any experience with acting in a big way outside of Atlas? Because I mean, I met you at Atlas, but what's kind of your acting history in a way? Like, that was your home? Is that where you've kind of always done it?
Yeah, I've done theatre for as long as I can remember. I can't remember the exact start date, but I joined a small independent theatre company where I lived, which has now grown into quite a big independent theatre company. Actually, they've recently just had some good news about people going off to RADA, which is the Royal Academy of Drama and Arts. Wow. I think that's the acronym, I can't remember. And LIPA, which is the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts.
Yeah, I've been there, nice place.
Which is really cool, and I'm totally not jealous of the fact that there are people going off to LIPA, which is where I would have quite liked to have ended up, but I'm here instead. But no, that's been really cool. And so, yeah, I've been doing acting for a lot. I mean, obviously, we got hit with the global pandemic in 2019, which kind of poisoned the apple, as it were, for theatre, because obviously people always talk about how, like, the big industries got hit, so, you know, film, NHS and things like that, but theatre was also it's still quite a titan of the industry, because people love going to the theatre. Like, I mean, a good weekend for me is going to the theatre, which might say more about me than other people, but obviously, during COVID, theatres went silent, stages stopped, and yeah, a lot of people moved online, but it's not the same doing a theatre performance online, because you need that sense of community. Yeah. And so I kind of fell a bit out of love with it. And then obviously I joined the university a couple of years ago, and I joined Atlas because I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And it was Joe, you know Joe, who was a fantastic, fantastic man. Can't sing that man's praises enough, but he turned up and just went, hello, I'm part of Atlas. And I went, that sounds cool, tell me more about it. And that's pretty much how it started. And then fast forward 3 years later, I'm still there, I'm still performing, and it's been awesome.
And fantastic, honestly. I've always enjoyed watching you work in that environment, just really going into it, because you lose yourself in a way that is just absolutely magnetic and hilarious. It's just most of your characters just that sort of sensationalist angle to it, which is going to be capitalised on very much by me in a casting sense next week when we go to do this.
Awesome.
I'm very looking forward to see what you do with this. In hindsight, they will have probably most definitely, if not very, very soon, we'll see some kind of trailer for this
soon.
I
don't know if we're allowed to name drop other things. I realise this is your network and you might not want me dropping other people's networks' names in here, but to prep for the role of Dr. Robotnik, I have been watching quite a lot of the Sonic cartoons, which were on Cartoon Network, because it's very entertaining and it's genuinely one of those TV shows that I watch and laugh at, which just is a testament to how good the humour is, or how terrible my sense of humour is really as well.
Were you? Would you say you played a lot of it when you were younger?
Sonic? No, actually, to be fair, I was much more of a Mario Nintendo kid growing up.
Exactly the same.
My brother's the one who's got all the Sonic knowledge. He teases me endlessly about it because I just don't really enjoy Sonic games, ironically, but I do enjoy Sonic media outside the games, and so he does kind of tease me about that and being like, that's terrible, that's not how you're supposed to enjoy it. But
I'm a Mario kid, exact same as you, but to me, this whole, especially the writing process with looking at the Lego set and everything like that, it was very important to really do my research on it, and I'm really getting into it now, and more than anything else, the music slaps.
There are some good Sonic
genuinely,
tracks,
it's all completely new to me in the writing process. I'm very, very excited to see what you and what we can both do with it, because I think really good. And the animation is this month at the time of recording as well. So all of it's kind of coming together, and it's coming together really nicely. And it will be now the next project since the Minecraft miniseries, where we're in the VP studio again. So we're going to really try and push for the visual effects to make it as special as physically possible.
Nice.
So I think that pretty much wraps out our discussion today. So I'm very, very happy in the case of you and Caden that I've brought you into this in a way that's felt natural to you, because of course you're both Spark Radio hosts.
Yep.
And I think this has been a really, really nice day with the both of you. So thank you very much, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much for having us. It's been good fun sitting here talking about my history and talking about the future.
No, absolutely. Honestly, I think this. I'm even if this is the only time, I'm really happy I have tapped into this medium just to do it the once in sort of at least an amateur sense, and I think there was no better two people to do it with. So thank you, Ben. Thank you.
I'm honoured. Thank you.
Right, okay then, guys. So moving onwards, we're going to be playing two new songs from the. We're going to be playing two more songs from the Variety Act. We thought it was over, but it's not. We have two more on the way. Rock and Roll Like You, and then the big one, 8 minutes long, 8 plus even, Mr. Mike Mania. Yeah, let's bring the Variety Act home in style for the music content of 2024 before moving on to 2025. So yes, first up with these two tracks, it's Rock and Roll Like You. Enjoy.
Alright lads, let's do this. I thought I was better than a girl in blue, a force of nature wetter than a sea typhoon. The weather ain't so pretty, but I like the view. The only thing I'm scared of is what she might do. Keep on fighting and surviving, she ain't your game. Just watch, she'll take your mind out for a spin and drive you insane. The guy she's seen is now known as an index of pain. If you fall for her, you've only got yourself left to blame. Someone new is gonna make me feel like I'm someone else. Gotta get down in the groove. That stare is shaking me and it makes no sense. Can't remember when I've seen her before. Things just got a little fuzzy since she walked on the floor. I keep seducing and the girl can't speak, but hell, she can roar. I would say I can't describe her, but I'd say she's hardcore. Keep on hitting me, baby, you can maybe keep me keeping holding on like I have lately. My love is overdue when you rock and roll like you. No one's ever shocked me when they're not me, but you keep on finding ways when I'm on top to knock me. I gotta admit, you really got me when you rock and roll. You're too good to be true, maybe 'cause I love you. No one ever stops me when they walk my way. The most they do is make me have a longer day. I'm scared to think what those eyes of your own do say. I can see it in them now, I've got a price to pay. No one's gonna stop me in the heat of the night, except a pretty fine girl who just gave me a fright. You know her boots are just distracted and her t-shirt skin tight. I find resisting her an easy, are you ready to fight? Someone new is gonna make me feel like I'm someone else. Gotta get down in the groove. The stare is shaking me and it makes no sense. Can't remember when I've seen her before. Things just got a little fuzzy since she walked on the floor. I keep seducing and the girl can't speak, but hell, she can roar. I would say I can't describe her, but I'd say she's hardcore. Keep on hitting me, baby, you can maybe keep me keeping holding on like I have lately. My love is overdue when you rock and roll like you. No one's ever shocked me when they're not me, but you keep on finding ways when I'm on top to knock me. I gotta admit, you really got me when you rock and roll. You're too good to be true, maybe 'cause I love you. To do so I can rock and roll like you. All right. Let's do this one last time. DJ spin that shit, get hyper. GOAT but no ball striker. Writing this from a hut in China, inside your mum's fresh recliner. No dissing, just fishing for all of the fun I'm missing. But I'm sure that you're only wishing that I do less self-fast kissing. It's about time I set a record straight. There's a reason I can't get a date. I like the sound of a brand new slate. Let's hope I'm not too late. Gonna dance my ass into the night. Rate me and try to be polite. Look to yourself before in spite you say my tunes are fucking shite. Fuck you too, you filthy hater. Your last looks like a cargo freighter. Hi, it's Matthew, not really amazed that I'll reintroduce myself later. Now, are you ready for a story? Cut from glory. Thought I couldn't do it cause he rapped like a Tory. His side was so prehistoric. Pen kept in his inventory. Volume up and down the bevs. Let's just see how this one ends. Smash or pass, it all depends on how many shots you shot full send. Chill out, boss, it's just a kiss until he tells me it's a 6. A bender you don't want to miss when people gonna dance like this, like. Needless to say, I've had off days, but oh my god, my life has changed. My story is an essay, I'll just say, but it's in a rap track, so I'll tell it my way. In the start, I was a dislike boy whose image was a smart decoy. I had to give you lots of joy. I had no crew, so friends I'd employ. Thinking I was Eastside Troy, like from Washington to Illinois. Not knowing I was more Malfoy, annoying like a toy. I destroy them, just like strong men. Mindset, fitness, I saw Ben 10. Every Barbie has a Ken. What would that do to my heart then? No, it can't be true. I don't have a fucking clue. All those girls that I pursue and all I got was blue. It was the end of the world, my friends were few and they did not know what to do. And maybe cause I used them too, that's why they threw on me a coup. New year, new me, just good as new. Fuck them, I don't need a crew. B-A-D-N lady, even though I loved you. That was my truth. I lost a wisdom tooth just cause I got left out the kissing booth. First in line to get the boot and you wonder why I ran from youth. Bow, trouble, stand aside. All my laws you must abide, cause I'm so much from deep inside. I laughed now, but he nearly died besides. I wish you could say I cried, but teeth don't gel too well with pride. It's so funny. Still they replied, I'll let you decide. I was a broken and lost little token who no one felt lucky to play. After a while they thought I was a joke and they found I was easy, so just throw away. See, I don't care what they say. What they say is just the opposite of what they don't say. I'm okay. But back in the feelings were different, printed on my x-ray. Gotta hit Sundays. I'm resting easy when I'm working and not busy jerking. Now pull down the curtain, keep me in darkness and hide me from love in the light. Bullets and shite, day and night. And the whole time I thought it was the good fight. If I'm no bright white knight, where do I stand in here tonight? Right now I'm just here having fun. I'll let you know when I feel done. I'm keeping clean and drinking prime, so I'm back up in the morning, don't waste no time. Keep on dancing on the floor, I feel my heartbeat in my core. There's girls here for me to explore, but I keep on dancing all the more. I'm vibing now, I'm living life. I don't need her in my bed tonight. I'm keeping it real on my own on the low. Gotta love myself, no homo. I don't need a house or a 40 grand Volvo. Me, myself and I, we're gonna go solo. It's my story to rewrite. I don't know about you, but that just feels right. Never give up, never give in. Even when life's got you in a violent spin. Gotta keep on coming even when you know it's been such a long, long time since you had yourself a win. Keep on going on, I'll never stop as long as I've got this song. I know it's hard sometimes just to stay strong. If you ain't got your own, you're welcome to sing along. All the people, they'll do me wrong, but I know that in the worst I still belong. I know the road ahead will be so long, but I'm still gone. When I was young I wanted to be Bond, all over the world from London to Hong Kong. Now I realize that my hopes were never wrong. I'm still gone, I'm going. No one has to be standing next to me. Little humble me, I'm free. Step in time, stay strong, you knew who you were all along. Listen now, the future waits, you better make sure you're not late. Take a seat upon the throne, govern what you call your home. Put the crown back on your head and show them that the boy is dead. Put the past to bed, show them what remains instead. All the books and all you've read won't show you next which way to tread. All the time and all the hours given up for all these powers. Use them when the skies are low, make sure you put on a show. No, you still won't get it right, they'll still think you're fucking shite. It's okay, you're still alright, dance your ass into the night. I'm a hero, I'm a fool, I can be both and still I rule. I don't need to be so cool, shout out to my Jesus girl. Guess who's back, back again. Tell your hamster, tell your friend, I played it hard, I played pretend, but I was more than a trend. This ain't the end, got it down in the claws as my life
life changes, I open new doors. Perfection was once a great one of my wars, but now I could barely care less of my flaws. My life was only a test of the best, where I lost, all I did was just bang on my chest. They wanted a showman, a simple request, what I gave them was something that didn't impress. I meant when I said it, so get ready set. You haven't seen anything fucking yet. I used to think I knew my destiny, all I know now is who I am meant to be. I ask myself if I have any regrets, taking away all the virtual threats. The foes in my past are just blank silhouettes. I'm competent now that I've paid all my debts. I used to be seen as the boy who upsets. A man can move on but can never forget. Still the violins and clarinets. I'm a new man and I'm pleasing you bets. It's a new life, I'm back to the start. I'm shining and dining the full a la carte, living it fully till I should depart. Starting off, I should try get this to chart. All of the people I give in my heart, I'll fly, I will go, not mean I will part. All of the heartbreaks I take as a win. Looking back, I don't regret anything. Sophie, your mother stood down in Beijing. I sadly conclude this particular thing. I'm sorry for that, that's so recurring. I sometimes think that I am Chandler Bing. I know I have sinned, I've shown that I can often sting, but hopefully sometime in winter or spring I live by the words of the songs that I sing. Don't bring my wings, I'm just sitting on my old swing in the park where I grew up and I hope to bring the memories back as a dot in my string. I don't need the money, I don't need the bling, I don't need the kids or the wife of the ring. I'm just a guy, no mysterious thing, but just don't forget I'm a king. Never forget, I don't need the money, I don't need the bling, I don't need the kids or the wife of the ring. I'm just a guy, no mysterious thing. Never forget I'm a king. Good night. Mic drop.
Okay, welcome back guys, and that is for real this time the end of our coverage of the Variety Act. Now, one last track from 2024's music, one from the annual soundtrack as per usual. This one is That's My Meaning, a very key track and a very key emotional moment really in the Chapter 2 presentation video. A very, very important moment in the network chronology to date and a real key track to help cover it. So this is the last track we're going to play today from 2024, entitled That's My Meaning. Enjoy. Now then, that's both my guests done for the day. I'm going to bring it home for the last part of the show, and we're going to be talking about exclusively 2025, as in this year. So, first of all, I think it's about time we played one track from the 2025 soundtrack, which will be my last outing, doing the instrumental work for the network, at least for a long while if I do end up coming back. But the last annual soundtrack of mine. One mystery track is about to play from the 2025 soundtrack, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Playing now. And that, guys, was our mystery track from the 2025 soundtrack, otherwise known as the 5th annual soundtrack of BWN by BWN Music. Welcome back to Radio Blue. My guests are done for the day again, as one said before. I'm going to round out the end of the show with a couple of exciting bits and bobs here and there based around 2025. The first of which is something from Out of Orbit. One track has been voted for, and we're now about to play it. Here is the top voted track of Out of Orbit.
This night is gonna get us high right now. Can you feel it? The finish line remains unclear, but can you see it? Get on down and don't be scared. I know that you're not prepared, ready for my heart. I love you now, no matter the miles apart. Your love is like a never-ending bliss. It takes away the painful days I reminisce. I took my time to up the hits. You better watch me, cause gravity got nothing on this. Tonight is not the kind of thing to miss. Locking out, don't tell me that you'll ever quit. We can be all that we want with just a switch. They can stop us, tell them gravity got nothing on this. On this, on this, on this, on this, on this, on this. Tell them gravity got nothing on this. On this, on this, on this, on this. Tell them gravity got nothing on this. This night is gonna get us high right now. Can you feel it? The finish line remains unclear, but can you see it? Get on down and don't be scared. I know that you're not prepared, ready for my heart. I love you now, no matter the miles apart. Your love is like a never-ending bliss. It takes away the painful days I reminisce. I took my time to up the hits. You better watch me, cause gravity got nothing on this. Tonight is not the kind of thing to miss. Locking out, don't tell me that you'll ever quit. We can be all that we want, we just a switch. They can stop us, tell them gravity got nothing on this. On this, on this, on this, on this, on this, on this. Tell them gravity got nothing on this, on this, on this, on this, on this. Tell them gravity got nothing on this.
And that was our top voted track from my second album, Out of Orbit. Now, we have two more segments left. This is the first of those. And yeah, I'm going to be doing something pretty special now. In WebCon 2025, around 7 months ago, it would have been unveiled under BWN Music that one of them, or supposedly, let's just put it that way, the last project of 2025 from BWN Music after this radio special would be a very personal singer-songwriter style EP known as Star of the Sea. Yes, that's still a while away. It's still about 3 months away from the time in which you're seeing this, but I've decided to share with you one of the tracks from that EP for the very first time during this seemingly one-off radio show. This will be the only way you'll be able to access this particular track. It's not even a track that will be on the soundtrack release. If that happens for this radio special, there will yes, it's purely specific to the video entries on the main channel of this radio show. So a very special treat for you all, with a tease for my second EP and one that's rapidly incoming in the months to follow this show. Yeah, here's a mystery track from Star of the Sea, which I will call as Untitled right now. So you'll probably be able to figure out the gist of how it will shape up in the context of the other songs. And I'm really interested as just an artist more than anything else for you to kind of understand the style of what I'm going for with this particular project. So yeah, a very special treat for you all now. A mystery track from Star of the Sea. From myself, I very much hope you enjoy.
My God, this feeling's kinda strange. Why does my heart hurt more each day? Show me what to do when the pain keeps spinning you round and round the floor. I picture you there through the door. Take me back in time some more. Show me what to do. Did you know what your eyes could do now, baby? You don't know my love now. My future's carved on every bone. Surely we'll just find a way somehow. If I'm not with you, I'd rather be alone. I said you could be my destiny, still waiting for your love. And I keep on trying to move on, but now I can see that you fit me like a glove. All this time I kept on holding out, but baby, I can't breathe. We were destiny, we're meant to be. Don't ask me how I know, girl, I just know you're my destiny, waiting for your love. Darling, you and me, we're matching gloves. You're my destiny. Don't ask me how I know, girl, I just know I was not prepared for all your ways. Smile seduced, no escape. Show me what to do to get my life back where it was before. I swear you've rocked me to my core. Stronger love won't reach me anymore. Show me what to do, I don't know what to do. Baby, you never knew my love till now. My future's carved on every bone. We gotta try and find a way somehow. If I'm not with you, I'd rather be alone. I said you could be my destiny, still waiting for your love. And I keep on trying to move on, but now I can see that you fit me like a glove. All this time I kept on holding out, but baby, I can't breathe. We were destiny, we're meant to be. Don't ask me how I know, girl, I just know you're my destiny, waiting for your love. Darling, you and me, we're matching gloves. You're my destiny. Baby, don't ask me how I know, I just know.
And that is it for the mystery track from my second EP, Star of the Sea. So, of course I don't specify the running order for this show in advance, so we now reach the end of it actually, and I've got a big surprise at the end. Right, as a very special treat for all of you, on top of the things I've basically done to showcase this year's work in BWN music. I've really enjoyed this experience, to be honest, in terms of with my two fabulous guests who will no doubt you'll see again on the network at some point, hopefully. And really capturing what it means to do this medium in ideally a stress-free way, where it's the best environment in which I could have pulled it off. I now completely appreciate all the stresses of doing this because it might not come across in the way in which you're either listening or seeing this, but we basically try to do minimal editing on this, and we really aren't doing second takes at all pretty much on this show. We try to keep it give it that distinct live feel as much as possible, and I think we've kind of achieved that. It's been a pretty smooth afternoon. I've really enjoyed my time with you all, and when you're seeing this in the future, or listening for that matter. I keep forgetting this is very much an audio medium, but no, yes, I hope I've done right by this division. What would have been a division in another life. I'm really, really happy that I did it, and I can now say that I did it, and that for at least one day in my life I was a radio host. And yes, I really hope I've done right by the vision to bring this concept to life finally after all these years. This was 3 years in the making. Yes, I think basically exactly down to the month I'm pretty sure 3 years in the making to get to this point, and we finally arrived at it. So yes, Radio Blue is now a thing. It will forever be a thing in the Blue Web Network chronology, and I feel so blessed if you're here with me right now, joining me along for the ride. So we've reached the end of our show. I'm really sorry to let you all go, but we have one, as I said before, one very special treat to finish with you guys on. So in BBC's content, like maybe BBC Live Lounge, I'm pretty sure it's called, or other different things like that, there's video-based content that you can find online of artists doing live performances of songs as part of the radio, or maybe being broadcast live and live streamed. This is no different in the format of radio in which we're doing it, and I pick one very special song in particular to perform live. And that is, of course, King, my first lyrical track, which has been played today already on the show. If you missed that, you can scrub back and catch it on the timeline. So there's a very particular reason why I need to perform this live, and that's because it was done in my bedroom. It was a song in 2021 that was taken seriously, but honestly a bit of a joke. And I did it in the most amateur, most unprofessional ways possible. But that's what made it so charming. And that is what, at the time of recording, has made it in the top 3 biggest projects the network has ever made. It's still to this day iconic in a joke sense, and really is a symbol that the kind of the King trilogy, if you were, between King, Bad Lad and Mr. Mike Mania, as the first phase of BWN music's history. Which this today is really honoured, for the most part, has honoured that first phase of BWN music's history to date, and it was always one that was never done in a studio, and it's always been a gripe of mine that I never got the chance to do it. So I thought if there was a big crescendo to this show to do as a one-off, not only do it live, but do it in a way where I can finally do it in front of professional equipment and really give it the genuine send-off that it deserves in the BWN culture. So now I'm going to pass myself over to a live performance of King from 2021. But in the video version that you guys will be watching on the main channel, you're going to see it live from the bunker. So that is it from me. I've been Matthew May. Thank you all for joining me. And this has been Radio Blue. Now followed by a live rendition of King by Matthew May. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you all, and goodbye.
You ready?
Thank you, Radio Blue. Let's go back in time. You know who to make way for. Allow me to reintroduce myself, cause my rebirth mean nothing to no one else. Now to you nothing chin but no lie. To all of the haters I say my goodbyes. The times have changed in this world, so have I. Apparently wrong, but you can't tell me why. I'm just trying my best for your standards. Guarantee I'm not the one making all of you cry. Lads out there telling their lies, shitting on me to stand with all the guys. Did you notice when everything's not going to plan, they target me to cover up their disguise? The top dog is picked to be their little peppies, and how it can kick a ball into a net. Let's see how things go down when they deeply regret all the times where they thought I just wasn't a threat. Thank God I stepped back and just took time to understand them and see what kind of man that I wanna be. It's worse than you think you know, leaving life on the back foot and never grow. I guess it's my fault that I stick out. Never mind, cause they ain't getting their knockouts. I don't try to stop me from doing what I've got to keep me alive in the scene that I'm acting out. I tell myself I'm on to be someone, being honest with that I'm no one. Just cause the guys don't interpret my language, I've got my birthright disadvantage. But that doesn't mean they can do what they please to me and the rest of the Asperger teams. I'm royalty now on my own little planet. To me greatness is just a good force of habit. In this city all over the world, all of the boys, don't forget all the girls. People don't think you can't wear the crown too. Just put down the shills, the real you. All All of these people on battlegrounds called by the spirit, but they don't know you got a shit. Humanly duty to serve the people that we hate and love, and just to know that don't ever quit. Still the gas to the talk to the set of the sun, but they got the damn courage and like to walk it. They won't let me forget the mistakes in my past, but at least I got the balls to own it. And some of these girls up in here wanna educate me, I will never be one of them wearing my ring. Wanna act like the queen and forget I'm the king. Don't try to stop me when I do my thing. That's right. Just don't forget I'm a king. Let's back this up. If I recall, cause this is what the equality. How about some bars, so then would you agree? You think I stay silent and how I've been silent? You thought I'm cause I ain't good stuff to the people see. They laugh when I say it's depression. Say how I feel, I say here's my confession. 9 hours and counting, I'm still going single. I'm done with those pickups and houses on Kindle. All over the kingdom, hoping I'll be loved. In villages, maps and the mountains above. Texting, connecting with gingers and singers. Playing the long game, but never the winner. You're under a rock, it's not hard to see why. I'm not ordinary nice guy. I mean, look at me now doing rap and all that. This boomer's got no time for gentleman acts. I can't seem to understand why after all of this time spent on searching I'm bothering anyway. I've learned that it just ends in tears, but men aren't supposed to cry, are they, my dears? Still my heart's left out wide open to die. This kid ain't the same as the one looks goodbye. Insecurities are all that I see make him then go rugging each other to make them feel better. Yes, you think I do pay some attention? Your beauty's in kindness and not in aggression. Both of our genders in different dimensions, but we must all have for our own reinvention. It's funny how looking back life has been like a tornado, but at least I'm now in my prime. I could try and describe, but realize that it's a long story. I promise I'll read it sometime. In the city all over the world, all of the boys, don't forget all the girls. People don't think you can't wear the crown too. Just put down the shoulders, the real you. All of these people on battlegrounds called by the spirit, but they don't know you got a shed. Humanly duty to serve the people that we hate and love, and just to know that don't ever quit. Still the guys to the talk to the set of the sun, but they got the damn courage and like to walk it. They won't let me forget the mistakes in my past, but at least I got the balls to own it. And some of these girls up in here wanna educate me, how they'll never be one of them wearing my ring. Wanna act like the queen but forget I'm the king. Don't try to stop me when I do my thing. You heard it here first. Or second time. And you, me, always remember that I'm my own king. Thank you, Radio Blue. I'll see you soon.